All right, we're live.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
everyone. Hey. So today's guest on the open circle is Justin from the Witch of Enchantment. I'm so thrilled to have you on the show.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to have you.
Of
So,
course.
before we dive into all this stuff about you and your practice, um, let's roll the intro video. Yay. Okay. Oh, Alondra's here. Hello, Alondra. Hello, Lunar Sarah. No. Oh, hi, Noah.
Hey, everyone.
Y'all are quick. I didn't even get to that yet. Wow, cool. So do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us like who you are, what you're all about.
Okay, I can do that. My name is Justin. I'm the Witch of Enchantment, and I'm the queen of the community. No, just kidding. I'm all about having a good time and drinking and having fun and, just shooting the shit over on my channel and just sharing my thoughts and opinions, sharing my craft.
Cool. So like, how did I thought that was my dog for a second.
It's my dog's barking downstairs. Somebody must just be getting home, so my dogs are going crazy. So I'm sorry about the level of
Okay.
unprofessionalism at
I
the
thought that
moment.
was mine.
No, it's mine.
It's all good. So, how did you come up with a name for your channel?
So originally when I came back, I was the Oracle of Glitter, and I loved that name. For the longest time, that's where like the Glitter Witch Coven comes from. I still like hold on to that because when I changed it to the Witch of Enchantment, a lot of my subscribers were like, what's going on? What happened to the Glitter Witch thing? So I was like, I'll hold on to that. But I just didn't feel like it fit me anymore. Honestly, like the Oracle of Glitter. And honestly, I felt like the trendy thing to do would be like the witch of something. There's always the witch of something, right?
Yeah, like the
And
Witch of
so,
Wonderlust.
yeah, the witch of Wonderlust, the witch
Yeah.
of Southern Lights, the witch of who knows what. So I was like, I need the witch of something. And I don't even know how it came up with enchantment, but I just love the name. It's so fitting. And I feel like
It does, yeah.
it fits anything and everything that I'd want to do. So no great story behind it, but yeah.
It is very fitting for you. I love it. And Alondra has her root beer and whiskey. Ooh, girl.
Perfect. I'm not drinking tonight, which I know is odd because of Wine and Witchcraft, but I am having a Body Armor Blue Raspberry.
Ooh. I
I'm
have
behaving
nothing
right
because I forgot.
now. I was like, I need something to drink.
Yeah, Alondra said that it really does fit you perfectly.
I think so too.
It
I
does.
really like it.
Yeah, it's a good name. So, what's your channel all about? What kind of content do you create?
That is, I don't even know. I feel like I just kind of consume a lot of content, whether it's on YouTube or reading articles, listening to podcasts. And I kind of just explore my thoughts or my feelings about certain topics or analyze how I'm feeling. And I feel like my videos are very topical or opinion based. Noah said the Witch of Enchantment, aka the Supreme. Exactly.
And Witch Supreme. I love it.
Fiona good for sure. And then I've started to start sharing some spellcraft. I go on and off whether I want to do that or not. But yeah, I just like to have a lot of fun and share my experiences and my opinions and, just try to be thought provoking.
Yeah, I do love your content. Like I just devour that every time a video comes out. Like your content stands out from a lot. I don't know. It's like a
See,
combination of
I
like
feel
your
like it's
personality.
lackluster. I feel like my content's boring.
Oh my gosh, no, shut up.
I do. I'm like, no one wants to hear what the fuck I have to say, but
obviously you have a lot of subscribers that do, so there.
I guess.
So
Brittany said, let's not give him a bigger head. I mean, it's all a facade. That's one of my shadows. You know, I feel like if I put on the like bad bitch energy, that like I'll exude it, but then it's very fleeting. Like I'm very confident and feeling myself. And Brittany can attest to this. The next moment I'll be like, yeah, I'm trash.
oh my gosh.
It's a roller coaster.
So what inspired you to create your channel?
Nothing. It was Brittany's fault. So anything that I do wrong is all on her, because she's the one who told me. She's been trying to get me to come back to YouTube. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. It's a cesspool of crazy people. That's literally what I said. They're all psychos and I'm going to be one of them. And I don't want no part of it. And she's like, it's like the community's different. People are different, which was partially true. Brittany said, oh, okay, let's blame the queen. Exactly. We are blaming the true queen. You're the goddess. I'm the supreme.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just sharing stuff on Instagram, really, like little snippets and just practicing privately. And then finally I was like, okay, I'll do it. So here I am. But Brittany inspires me. Olivine Green is a big inspiration. I love her content. She's the best. I love Avalon Cameron as well. I like her. I like Taya Kennedy, that kind of stuff. I tend to, I feel like, gravitate towards witches who talk about witchcraft and more so than showing how to do it. Like I resonate with, you know what I mean? The thought process and the experience and what drives them to witchcraft and the emotions behind what they do, rather than like, you know, I'm going to add this and then I'm going to add this and this is how you can do this, that kind of thing.
Yes.
I like just more hearing witches talk from the heart and, you know, just hear about their experiences. And I try to do the same thing the best that I can.
Yeah. Like it's authentic, you know what I mean? And like, that's the same with your content. Like, y'all are very authentic, and like it's good to like deep dive into that stuff, because like I feel like a lot of people, it's needed, you know what I mean, amongst all the like capitalism and everything else out there, you know what I mean, like haul videos. Like I enjoy a good haul video, but like
I'm the same way. Yeah, I feel the same way. I just feel like sometimes it's too, no, I don't want to say fake, because I don't necessarily think it's fake.
right.
It's just very like curated and it's not really fully authentic. And I will say Brittany was right and is right, because so much of the community now is more receptive to things. And especially with her and I both, I feel like people get it now, because there's been sort of like a shift in online media, in the sense where people just, they want to hear what you have to say. Like they want to know what you experience. Like the whole vlog style thing is really making a comeback, you know, just sitting there and talking, and like live shows like this and Wine and Witchcraft, and, you know, just being able to like kind of let your hair down. And not everything that we talk about with witchcraft like has to be an existential crisis. It can just be like an experience or fun or just connecting with one another. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's on a deeper level. It really is.
It is on a deeper level. Yeah. And I feel like you get an insight into who people are more so, you know what I mean? When you hear their head noise. And I definitely feel like this time around I can be more authentic and people get it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And like, I don't know, it's more relatable, you know, hearing someone's head noise as opposed to like, this
the
does
basic
this.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, like me and Brittany were talking and we were saying, Wine and Witchcraft could not have existed like 6 or 7 years ago in the community. Absolutely not. It would not work because people just aren't ready for that. Like the buffoonery, the hot takes, and kind of just, what the show is. It's a dive bar where you just drink and say whatever's on your mind. I don't think people would have been ready for that 7 years ago. I think the community is much more receptive to that because I think a lot of people just want to like let down the veil. You know what I mean? Like break through the fourth wall and just get down to the nitty gritty and let's like connect on a personal level, not just like on a superficial one.
I feel like a lot of people are scared to do that too.
I mean, can you blame them though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, vulnerability. That's a hard thing because when you bring your vulnerability to the internet, you're kind of just waiting for the vultures to circle. And if you're not ready to kind of take that on, you can internalize a lot of that shit. That happened to me when I came back as the Oracle of Glitter, and I let stuff get to me, and I was gone for 6 months, and I was able to like process what happened and go through everything. And now I've come back and I'm just like, this is my thing and I'm just going to do what I want to do, and people will like it or they won't.
If you don't like it, don't watch,
Exactly. It's the Witch of Enchantment. So if you don't like what I do here, why are you here?
Right. And if they're hate watching, there's something that they actually like because they're putting their energy into watching it.
Oh, and I love hate watchers. If you hate me and love to watch me, I love that. Help the algorithm, help my analytics,
Yes.
honey.
Yeah.
Shade, give me the views. Albine's here. Me and Brittany always call her our purple goddess. That's what we call her, our purple goddess.
I love it. That's fitting for her. Absolutely. Also, hello to Echo, and I missed somebody. Oh, Aurora from Lavender Hazelwood Witches. Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to the show. I'm trying not to I'm fighting back my instincts right now because I'm used to being on Wine and Witchcraft. So I'm used to, I'm trying to just pull it back a little bit.
This is a little calmer of an environment.
It is a little calmer than Wine and Witchcraft, which is fine. That's okay.
Yeah, y'all have the fun, you know what I mean? And like, oh, hi, Ivy.
Hi, Ivy.
Oh my gosh. I've got stuck reading the comments, like
you're
still
okay.
Like blushing over Elvine.
She is here, honey. The goddess has laid her eyes upon you.
Hail purple goddess.
Hail the purple goddess. We should start our own cult.
Yes. So what are your ultimate like overall goals for your channel?
I would say to scam people out of as much money as I can. No. Just to, I don't really have like I don't know that I even have a goal, really. I don't know. I just want to connect with people. I think on some shadowy level, maybe a sense of validation. I know that's not the right thing to say, but it's the truth. But more so, I just kind of want to have my channel as an extension of myself. I want to be able to like look back and see what I was thinking and how I was feeling and how my practice has grown. That's really my goal. I used to have like, oh, I want to hit this many subscribers. Oh, I want this and I want that. And, talking with some friends, no matter how many kind of subs you have or views you have, you always want more. I mean, I guess that's human nature. You just want more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm really happy with how my channel is performing. So I guess my goal is just to keep doing what I want to do and what I love and continue to connect with people. And, especially with our live show, Wine and Witchcraft, I like meeting other content creators and having new people on the show, and being able to drink with witches gets people in like a very vulnerable spot, as you know. And it's just a lot of fun, you know, when you're doing a live show and you forget the camera's there and you're just hanging out and people in the chat are having a good time. And it's connecting with people and having fun. And it's not all about all the stuff. It's just like you as a person, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I just think that that's beautiful because I don't have a lot of witches that I know in, you know, real life besides Brittany. So that I've met in person. So it's like, this is my clan. This is my coven. I want to connect.
Yeah. And it can be hard, you know, in person, and it seems to be easier online.
Well, it is, especially because like the whole witchy aesthetic, witchy vibe, new age, like all that stuff is very trendy. So it's like you can't even look at somebody, you know, wearing a crystal or with a witchcraft book and assume they're a practitioner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't really know how to like initiate that conversation.
Right.
Brittany said our channels are like grimoires. That's beautiful, actually.
Absolutely. Like they're reflective. Like it's just a digital grimoire. You know what I mean? Like that's all.
And I love that.
Yeah. Ain't no shame in that.
For sure ain't. I have no shame. I probably should sometimes, but
and I love what Brittany put here.
Oh yeah.
And that's what makes it great. You know?
I guess that is the magic behind it. I will reveal this. Brittany and I, after every show, will always go, that was great. Oh my God, we had a blast. And then the next day, we'll like rewatch certain clips of it so we can laugh. And we'll just be like, I can't believe that people love it. And I know I've already said this, but we're just not used to that sort of like positive interaction. We're used to being told, you know, we're mean girls, we're bitches, we're a stain. And so it's kind of still, I don't know, me and Brittany kind of made a promise to ourselves, like, we're just going to enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? Enjoy it and just love what we're doing and all the people we're meeting and, you know, all the positive experiences we're having. Because it's been great, honestly.
Yeah. The haters aren't, you know,
they never
that
sleep.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. And they don't matter. So, you know. So let me tab to my questions here.
Of course.
So how long have you had your channel? The current one.
Okay, so the current channel I think is 10 or 12 years old because I originally had this channel and it was the I Heart Jay Williams is what it was called from a long time ago, but all the videos were taken down. So when I came back, I just went back to that channel instead of creating a whole new channel. But the channel as we know it now, I believe 2 years, maybe a little more, somewhere around there, like 2 years, I think.
So like, what was your favorite video that you're most proud of from that time? Yeah, threw something in that wasn't in the notes. Wanted to throw you off a little bit.
Okay, we're going off script, people. Video I'm most proud of.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I want to make you think.
Trying to make me think. I don't know. I don't know what video I'm most proud of. I will say this. Most of the videos that I love making, not so much now because they're like my channel has found a sense of stability, but before I would find that the videos that I really loved and actually spent a lot of time on making and editing didn't ever do as well as the videos that I put no thought into. So I would say that I don't really know what my like all-time favorite video is. I know I enjoyed making videos are coming to my head now. The Mabon Blessings video was a lot of fun. That's the one where the pumpkin caught on fire behind me. I loved that video.
That was so
yeah. People still reference that one. So I'm glad people got an enjoyment out of me almost burning to death. And then how I found witchcraft and now she's a felon. That was a fun story to tell about the girl who led me to witchcraft. So yeah, I guess those two are the ones that really stick out in my mind.
I love that. I haven't seen the How I Found Witchcraft. Well, I don't think I did. If I did, I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah, no,
That
she's a
sounds
felon. It's an
good.
interesting story.
Ooh. Oh, I remember. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I remember. So, who inspires you within the we kind of went over that with
Yeah,
like
we
what
can.
inspired you to create your channel. Like, is there anything that you want to elaborate on there, or do you want to like move on?
I mean, the only other person that inspires me and is the witch's cookery. So
Ah,
I don't really watch all her videos through. So that's
mhm,
another little tea that I'm spilling.
mhm,
There's people that I'm subscribed to, and I like certain things about them. So I may not necessarily like the content, or I may find them boring, but I
mhm,
like their editing style or things like that.
mhm.
So sometimes I'll watch her, which I do like her videos, but the
Yeah.
thing that I really resonate with more so than what she's saying is the vibe, the aesthetic, the editing style
Mhm.
is so calming and so beautiful.
Yeah.
And so that inspires me. Like that gets me in the mood to like make content or
Mhm.
something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
other than that, same people.
She's amazing. I love
She is
her. Like,
amazing. She's
ah,
stunning at editing videos. It's
yeah,
just her work is really beautiful.
it is. It really is. And I love her accent.
I do too. I do
Mhm.
watch her videos. I'm not talking about her. I would never throw anybody under the bus, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
let me give you an open circle exclusive now.
ooh, spilling some tea.
Right. You got the party witch on here tonight.
Buckle up, people. It's a ride.
Buckle up.
Okay. So, um, you're so funny. Um, do you consider yourself a pagan, a witch, or spiritual in any way?
Okay, so what did you say? Pagan, witch, or spiritual, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
what did you say? I'm not even drinking. I'm just like, whoop, spaced out. Um, I c- I consider myself, I don't know. I go back and forth on this whole like pagan thing. Okay. I don't really know what I think. I don't know
Mhm,
if I'm pagan. I guess I'm pagan. I don't know. I go back and forth on it, but I'm obviously a witch.
mhm.
Um, spiritual. I don't know. Like, what does that mean? When people say they're spiritual, what does that really mean? Do
Um,
you know what I mean? What does that
yeah,
mean?
that's oh, you got me thinking. Jeez, we're going deep
I'm
here.
spiritual. Like when
Um,
I hear spiritual, I think of yoga. No tea, no shade. Like, what is? I don't know what spiritual means.
oh, I wish define spirituality. Yeah,
I mean,
like
because if you're
spiritual.
like, I guess I'm spiritual because I practice as a witch and I work with deity, so that would make me
Mhm.
spiritual. But like, if I don't practice witchcraft and I don't, work with spirit, am I spiritual?
Guess that depends
I
on your
don't know.
definition.
You know what
Because
I
to
mean?
me,
Like,
I think of like finding your higher self. You know what I mean? But that's just me. Everyone has
I
their
mean,
own
yeah,
definition.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I was just, I don't know what I think about that.
Mhm.
Yes, that's true. I would say that that's true.
Mhm.
A through and through
Yeah.
witch, 100%.
Mhm. Okay. Wow, you really got me thinking on the spiritual thing. Like,
I've always thought, well, I'm a spiritual person.
yeah.
I don't
So,
really know. No, I mean, I'm not saying that in a negative way. I just don't really know what that means.
mhm. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Like, so do you want to tell us about your path a little bit? Like, you don't have to elaborate if you don't want to.
I
There's
don't want to talk
boundaries.
about it. No, I'm kidding. So I consider myself a witch. I've been tossing around this thing where I feel like I'm more of like a folk practitioner.
Mhm.
Um, and I kind of just do, I don't know. My practice is also very chaotic in nature. I kind of just go wherever the water flows. Like I'm terrible at magical bookkeeping because I'll kind of do something and it's successful and great, done. And even if I have to do the same working again, I just do however I feel it needs to be done right then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's helpful if you forget it. You know, it can manifest easier that way.
Yes.
It's situational. But
I agree. I kind of feel like the whole Book of Shadows and Grimoire, like it's a beautiful thing and all that, but I ain't got the time for that. I'm too lazy. If I need to do like a money spell and it's successful, good, it's done. And then if I need to do another one, I don't wonder, oh, what did I use that last time? I don't really care. I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah, you do it on a whim.
I just do it on a whim. And then I do a lot of saint work. Saints are kind of heavy in a lot of like Catholic influence, and I didn't grow up Catholic, but a lot of Catholic influences. And then I also work with Hekate. I'm devoted to Hekate.
Okay. So do you mind sharing a little, like, what saints do you like to work with the most?
So my two favorite saints are Saint Expedite and Santa Barbara, but Saint Barbara is my all-time favorite. Sometimes I just will light a candle for her with no intention other to kind of just revere her in a way, give her some veneration, just because she is such a strong protector. And I just love her energy. So those are the two that I work with the most. And then I do have a Santa Muerte book, and Brittany works with Santa Muerte. So she's technically a folk saint, but I really would like to try to work with her a little bit too. I just haven't kind of crossed that threshold yet to dive into that quite yet, but that is the plan at some point.
Have you ever heard of Saint Cyprian?
I have. I have heard of Saint Cyprian. I have not worked with him yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I've read things. I've read things. I've seen things. I haven't worked with him quite yet. He's actually one that I want to talk about on a series that I have on my channel called Bewitching the Saints. But I kind of want to, do some more research, get some knowledge, and gain some experience with him before, I bring that into the forefront.
I know, like, the author Jason Miller knows a lot about Saint Cyprian, and that's where I learned about him from. Like, I'm not a saint person myself, but that particular one is interesting to me, and I don't know why. It's weird. I never thought my practice would go there, and I don't know.
I'm all for saint work. I'm all about it because I feel like power is power. If you resonate with it, if you're being pulled towards it, go for it. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been told, you shouldn't work with saints. You're a witch. You're condoning colonization, all this other stuff. But sorry. I feel like being a witch is just in of itself, carrying that title is kind of pushing against social norms. And I just feel like in some ways, it's not a license to freedom or a license to just do whatever. You obviously want to bring reverence and knowledge and understanding before you do something like that. But I feel empowered by it, and I've had great success. So,
and like the people that say you shouldn't do this, it's not their practice, and it's not their place to even say that.
That is very true. But as we know, we have a lot of, people out there who want to dictate what other people do, what they say, what they think, how they feel, how they practice, even though it has absolutely no relevance on their life.
It's in every community.
It is.
Yeah. I really enjoy working with saints too. Aw. That's a new energy for me. I felt negatively towards it before, and I don't know why I'm kind of changing.
Well, the thing that I like is, and Alvine can chime in and see, like, in the comments to see how she feels about it. But I think that there's a very interesting dynamic because a lot of the saints are bartering saints. So it's like, you introduce, you build a little bit of a relationship, and it's very, to me, it feels transactional. Specifically with Saint Expedite, he's a great energy, he's an awesome saint, but it's like, this is what I need, and if you do it, this is what I'm going to do for you. And it's very, I don't know, it's to me, it's very cut and dry.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you can build on that relationship with like Saint Barbara. There's like a different feel with her. There's something, there's like a deeper connection with her, and I'm not really sure where that comes from. But it's like, it's the perfect relationship. It is a two-way street. This is what I'm going to do, that's what you're going to do, and we're good. So it's not this whole elaborate thing, unless of course you want it to be.
Right.
But
there's a freaking ad. Go. Oh my god. Hold on a second. Like, thank you. Jeez. Okay. We're good. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so yeah, the barter aspect, that's very give and take. And that brings balance. Like,
it does bring balance and understanding, like an expectation. Like, if you're going to work with Saint Expedite to get money or a job or whatever, you just always want to make sure whatever you promise, you live up to, because they usually take back and then some. So
right.
You always fulfill your promises.
Yes. Well, that's just like with people too. You know what I mean? Like, you fuck someone over, they going, yeah.
Yeah, they should fuck you over too. I agree.
They'd have the right to then, you know what I mean?
I agree.
So is there a different form of magic that you're interested in? Like,
so there is. I don't really know anything about it, but I want to, and not necessarily want to do, but I just want to learn more about necromancy.
Ooh.
Just because, why not?
Yeah.
And
like,
then
it's not what a lot of people make it seem to be. You know what I mean? You're not animating the dead, so.
Exactly. I want to kind of learn about that, and then, maybe start working with angels. I don't know. I kind of have a preconceived notion about that, but I would like to kind of explore that as well, because I'm open to anything.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. Because, like, if you're closed-minded, like, how many opportunities are you gonna have? You know what I mean? Like,
I was a whore in this world, and now I'm going to be a witch whore. I feel like it's an open door, and let's just go for it. Oh, well, if you have any recommendations, let me know, because I really want to dip my toes in just by reading first. I don't want to raise the dead, but who knows? A good little Billy Butcherson might be okay on a Saturday night.
So how did you find witchcraft?
So I found witchcraft through a girl that's now a felon. So I actually, my first introduction to witchcraft was probably when I was like 9 or 10, through my aunt, through tarot cards and a book that she gave me. That was like my first introduction. And then I was working with this girl named Brenda at Sam's Club. We were working together, and she really introduced it to me. We went to Books A Million. I bought books. She stole them. That kind of thing. I didn't know what I was doing. So she's the one that kind of really catapulted me into the world of witchcraft. And then once she was arrested and out of my life, I started just going on YouTube and just looking up witchcraft videos. And YouTube was so disorganized back then because it was brand new. And then I just started to make content, and I met Brittany, and the rest is history. But yeah.
Okay. So scroll down to the next page. Okay. So what are some of the lessons that your path has taught you?
Some of the lessons. I think that things aren't fair in life and not everything is going to work out the way you want them to, but that's okay. And that everything kind of works out in the end. I also feel like my path has, in a weird way, kind of put a mirror in front of me and forced me to evaluate certain aspects of my life that maybe I didn't really want to explore or accept or try to suppress. So I think that's the biggest lesson. It's just like, hey, this is who you are. Not just about, the practice of witchcraft, but just me as a person. It just made me realize things about myself that I didn't want to own up to or face up to or accept. So I feel like my full self as a person has really grown in many ways, in the way that I see the world and the way that I see myself and the way that I process things has changed. I think overall it's just really made me a more well-rounded, open-minded person. I just think I'm a better person than I was.
I love that. Like, it can enhance your life in so many ways, you know what I mean? Like, even when you don't want it to. Like,
exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still a raging bitch, but 99% of the time, I'm a better person.
Everyone has those moments.
Everyone has their flaws. Nobody's perfect.
No. So do you feel like there's any misconceptions regarding male witches?
I don't think that we talk about male witches. I don't think that there's enough male witches. Misconceptions. I don't think that there is a lot of misconceptions. And if there are, I don't know them. I mean, I think the common thought is male witches are all gay or LGBT, which seems to be the case, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't know. I don't know if there's any misconceptions. Let's sing Kumbaya together. Let's not. Kumbaya!
I feel like beginners or muggles, like this is just my thing, might think, oh, male witches are wizards. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't. The
or
wizard
warlocks.
title,
Yeah.
I hate the whole, okay. I don't like the word magician either, because I don't pull bunnies out of hats. I've heard magician, I've heard warlock, Star Lord, all of it. I know that there's an intersection with our practice and like some cosplay stuff. That's just not for me. I don't call me a warlock. I'm not a magician. No. So I kind of you call yourself whatever you want to. I'm not judging you. You do you. I'm just saying in my mind, yeah, it's good for you. I just think it's hilarious. That's just me. Again, the raging bitch part.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that was like a big thing a while ago. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. It feels very charmed to me, like not set in reality. But I mean, I could be wrong. That's just my kind of go-to. A warlock. It's just, it's crazy to me.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Warlock means something, and I don't remember like the exact definition of it.
Oathbreaker.
Yes. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owlvine said, as far as she's seen, it seems a vast majority of straight men seem to be attracted to some ceremonial magic. Well, we could look at that statistically and see, we can kind of see why, if that's true, why straight men would be attracted to ceremonial magic, because they're used to structure in their everyday life. So they pull that into their magic. And a lot of women and gay, bisexual men are more fluid and artistic and creative. Not that straight men aren't, but I'm just saying that energy tends to be a little bit different. So that kind of makes sense.
It does. It does.
I don't have the time for that. I ain't doing the circle, I ain't got time for it. Just leave me to my granny magic. I ain't got time for all that.
Like, a misconception that I just thought of is like maybe straight men just join to see like, sky-clad titties flapping in the wind,
I mean, maybe. I would love to go to a naked circle, but just to see all the other naked men. I'm going to stay clothed, and I'm just going to be here observing.
Yeah, just watch,
I'm just going to be observing, watching the perimeter.
Oh, hi, Taya.
Taya, yes. Taya's actually the one who told me what warlock meant, because I didn't know either.
Okay.
Oathbreaker.
Wow, that's interesting. An ivy.
We do need more male witches. I was going to make a video about this, and I thought, why make it? Nobody's going to watch it. There are no male witches. I don't know where they're at. I don't know.
A lot of them are authors.
Okay, I don't care about that. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about it. I'm so over the author thing. No tea, no shade, but I'm just over it. I want like someone. You don't get to know somebody through a witchcraft book. You don't. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you learn about their practice, but like, where are the content creators that are male witches? Now there are some. Oh, excuse me. There are some on Instagram that I like. What's his name? Francisco, the Wicked Witch of LA. I like him. I like Marshall, the Witch of Southern Light. There's two. Yeah, but it's like, I don't want all the men in publishing. I'm done with that too. Where are the women authors? I'm over it. Just saying.
Oh, you're cracking me up. I love it. But yeah, like, it'd be cool if there were more male witches here on the platform. Like, it's just so many women. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Just, I don't know. Maybe they're lurking. I don't know.
I think maybe they're just all on a bus and they didn't look at the directions, of course, and they took a wrong turn and they're just all having gay sex for the first time by a lake. I don't know.
Love it. Some authors get a big head. Yeah, they do. Unfortunately. They do. Yeah. That's a thing. So, do you have... Shit, what's my question? Do you have any advice for anyone who's new to witchcraft?
So my advice would be do whatever the fuck you want and trust yourself, because we learned through societal norms and religious structure not to trust our intuition, not to trust how we feel. We're always supposed to rely on a book. And I think even within our community now, so many people are reliant on, well, this book says this person's been a witch for 15 years. This person, has published 6 books. Who gives a shit about that? Okay. It's just words on paper. It means nothing. So my advice would be, consume what you want to consume and take what you want to take, and then do what you want to do. You never know what's going to work until you do it, until you experiment. And through experimenting and finding success, let that validate who you are, let that validate your practice, and not to look at external factors such as people and books and all that other stuff from people who you may feel are more knowledgeable. Go by your own feeling, your own successes to validate yourself. Don't look at all the external factors, because it can be very overwhelming. When you first come to the practice and it's like, there's all these people and all these opinions and all these ways of doing things. Just kind of, go with your flow and do what feels right for you.
Oh, I love that. Because, like, people can be discouraging, and that's not what a beginner needs. So that is perfect advice. I love that.
Thank
So,
you.
like, so we finished up all the questions. Would you be open to like questions from the audience, or did you like want to wrap up?
No, yeah, we still have like 15 minutes, so of
Okay.
course.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thank
if y'all
you.
want to ask anything, ask away.
Okay, cool. Like, if anyone in the audience has a question for Justin, shoot it in the live chat feed. Thank you.
Shoot it in the feed. We need like some elevator music while we're waiting.
So I am going to post the link to the Open Circle Discord. It is kind of like, reminds me of how like Instant Messenger was back in the day. It's not like as slow as a forum would be if you wanted to communicate with people. And it's totally free. There is no paywall. So, like, if
We
anyone wants
love
to
no
join,
paywall.
there is the link. Yeah. Like,
oh, we have some
it's for
questions
the
in there.
community. Yes, we
It's
do.
for the
Okay.
community.
Yeah. Okay.
What is Penelope's take on her dad being a witch? She thinks it's cool. She likes all the little doohickeys and all the little dabbles everywhere. She got her first pendulum. She already broke.
Aww.
She already broke it. I was like, okay, you broke, because the deal was she wanted the pendulum. So I was like, I'll give you my old pendulum. And she wanted a deck of tarot cards to learn. So I said, well, we'll see
Aww.
how well you take care of the pendulum. And if you can care for it and nurture it, then I'll get you the tarot deck. 3 days later, the pendulum's broken. I said, okay, well, we're not ready for a tarot deck. So the tip of the crystal is broken off. And she was like, it's still fine. It's okay. And I love it. And she takes it with her everywhere.
Oh, that's so
So
sweet.
she loves it. She'll
Aw.
come in here sometimes at night. If she's having a bad dream and she wakes up, she'll come into the witchy room and put some Florida water on her hands and her forehead. She said it helps the bad dreams go away. So I was like, you do that, girl. Whatever you
That
want to
is
do.
so sweet.
It is so sweet. So she loves it. She wants to learn more. So, which
Aw.
I'm open to at a slow pace, of course. She's only 9, so.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. There's one from Taya.
What do you love about being a witchy content creator? Connecting with people, being able to be creative. I have like this creative need, and like making content kind of helps me fill that gap, feeling like I'm being creative and I'm putting something thought-provoking and interesting and hopefully funny and entertaining into the world. So that's what I love the most about it.
Aw, that's awesome. Like, you gotta enjoy it in order to do it, you know?
You have
Hi,
to, yeah.
Jordan. Yeah. And then one from Miss Alondra.
Justin, my daughter feels the same way. She has stones and books, but she loves to watch me do things. Gotta love her little witchlets. Yeah, she does.
Aw.
She enjoys it. She's like, I want to do witchcraft with you sometime. I'm like, okay, we can do that. We'll find something we can do together.
That's so sweet. Like, that's awesome because you can like pass down your legacy, you know, to your kiddo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. She'll come in here and ask what things are. There's nothing off limits to her. Or Rachel in here. I'm like, you can go in there at any time and do anything you want. So she likes to sometimes give Hekate offerings. She'll light candles, and she does her little thing. So, which is nice. I like that they want to be a part of it. I just have to be more open to letting them be a part of it, because for so long it's kind of just been my thing. Like I closed the door, you know what I mean? And I gotta let them into it because I want them to be a part of it.
Right.
Okay, Brittany, if she chooses witchcraft, will she be a hereditary witch? Okay, another thing, I don't believe in hereditary witchcraft. That's just me personally. I think it's bullshit. Because it like feeds into this hierarchy that somehow you're born with a superiority over somebody else simply because you were born. This isn't the British royal family. You choose to be a witch or you don't. That's just my personal opinion. That's my hot take.
So if you feel pulled towards okay.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I didn't realize I was reading out loud.
If you were to feel pulled towards another god or goddess, wait, what? Who would it be? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe Santa Muerte. That's the only other goddess that I felt connected with. I did when I first got serious about witchcraft. Well, back in the old YouTube days, you had to be Wiccan. You couldn't be a witch. You're either Wiccan or you're nothing. You're a fake. So I was trying to work with Demeter. And again, no shade, boring. Absolutely boring. Nothing. It's like talking to... It wasn't for me. It was like talking to a wall. Nothing. So I don't know. The only goddess I've really truly resonated with is Hekate, and then kind of on the outside of that is Santa Muerte. I like the darker, deeper. I feel like that energy is just kind of transformative, and I feel like there's like this darkness within me that resonates with those goddesses for some reason. So
okay. Just going through, catching up. Okay. I don't think I missed anything.
I don't think you did either.
Okay, good, because my blind ass is just like trying. So,
how is Saint work going? Are you putting out any new Saint videos? I'm reading a lot of Catholic magic. Oh my God, I have Saint work coming out. Yeah, so okay, so the first episode I wanted to do for Saint Barbara, but there's something specific that I want to do for that episode. So that episode's on hold. So I'm going to be talking about a different saint. Yeah, it'll be up in a couple days. Saint work is going great. I'm actually thinking about having a little Saint Barbara altar to have in the witchy room at all times because I'm just so in love with her. I just love her energy. So it's going good. And yes, there will be some installments into the Saint series for sure.
Cool. Looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it too. Honestly, I'm a little nervous, but you know.
I wanted to ask you, do you feel like, pagan goddess energy and saint energy, do you personally feel like that clashes in any way, or do you find any kind of harmony, balance between the two?
I think, well, for me, a lot of so I don't do a lot of witchcraft with Hekate, like conventional witchcraft, like doing a working and calling her in. She's kind of like the last big gun. If I'm going to do something and I do all these other things and it doesn't work, then I'll go to Hekate. For her, I like to literally just talk to her, give her offerings, meditate with her. I feel like our relationship is a spiritual one. It's like a personal thing. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily like a working in the physical world. It's more reflective. She reveals things about myself, things to work on, ways to be a better me, kind of again holds up that mirror to me. And then saints are more, I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but like they're like the soldiers. You know what I mean? They're like the spirit that I connect with in order to get something done magically.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if that makes sense.
It does. Yeah, I was wondering how that worked for you. Like,
I don't intertwine them. Yeah, and I mean I don't intertwine them, but when I dedicated myself to Hekate, I was very clear about like this doesn't mean there's nobody else. So if that's a problem, this isn't going to work because I'm not about monogamy in my practice. I'm very much about like getting it done and whatever resonates with me. So, I've been working with her on and off for 2 years and I never dedicated to myself because I couldn't be in that kind of committed relationship with a deity. I just couldn't do that. So
that's not for everybody. Yeah.
No. No, it definitely, I knew it wasn't going to be for me. As much as I love her and respect her, that no. Yes, one of those very spiritual things. But that's the thing, is it? So for me, it's deity, like makes it spiritual. But I don't know.
There we go back to the spiritual thing again.
What the hell is spiritual?
So if there aren't any more questions, we can wrap it up. Like, hang in there like one more minute and see.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming on. Like, thank you so much for wanting to be a part of the show and like to be a guest. Like, it's such an honor, you know.
I'm so proud of you because I know, you know, you were nervous about it. We talked about it on Wine and Witchcraft. And I mean, I don't think, I mean, you know now because you're doing it, but a lot of work goes into doing a live show, regardless of how big or simple or you know, it takes work and it's a different vibe, you know, doing something live over recording it. So I commend you.
Oh, thank you. Like, honestly, every time I do this show, I'm doing shadow work because I have extreme social anxiety. So there's no way to move past it unless you push yourself. And this is my way of trying to overcome it. And it's getting better. Like, I still have flare-ups, but like, you know, it's getting better.
You'll get through it. I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes you have to make yourself uncomfortable to reveal something about yourself or to grow. You know, if you just stay in a box, you know, you're just going to stay in that box. And even if it's comfortable, you're not allowing yourself to explore new things and, you know, other ways that you could operate or even meet your full potential unless, you know, you try to push out of that box. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you don't grow if you're stagnant, you know?
No, exactly. So you just keep pushing yourself and, you know, you're doing great. And I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I don't want to cry.
Cry. No. Come on, let's end the show on some tears.
Oh my gosh, you're so bad. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this isn't about me. It's about the guest.
This is not all about me. You have to take your bow. That's another thing that I learned being a content creator. You have to claim your spot. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us don't get like opportunities. Like nobody came to you and said, hey, we're going to set all this up so that you can have your own live show. You know what I mean? So regardless of whether you have 5 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers, like create your own opportunities and pursue them. You know what I mean? And do what you got to do and just go for it. Just fucking go for it.
Because no one's going to do it but you, boo-boo.
Nope.
You know?
100%. Nobody's going to do it but you. So don't discount yourself just because you feel whatever about me. This is your show. So, you know, claim your power, claim your success. You got to do that. You got to do that.
I'm trying.
Sit on that throne, boo-boo. Sit on that throne. This is your kingdom. I know. It'll take time, but you'll get there. You will.
Yeah. It's slow progress. Like Rome wasn't built in a day. So
it wasn't.
Do you okay, let me check on time. Okay. Really quick. Do you like have any advice for like witchy content creators or those wishing to be a witchy content creator?
Advice. Okay, so first advice is it's hard. That's the first, like, not advice, but just a real honest truth. It's not easy. I think the biggest thing is to try to treat yourself with as much compassion as you can, and also be very aware of how you treat others, both online and behind the scenes is very important. And just approach what you do with authenticity, because if you're not being real and you're not being true, people are going to see that. and kind of explore why you want to make content. Like, what is your goal? Is your goal to get views, to get subscribers, recognition? Is it, whatever it is? And none of those things have to be bad. I'm just saying, know why you're doing it. Have some analysis while you're going into it. And I think too, also be aware that not everybody like gets a big break. And it's okay whether it's 10 people watching or 10,000 people watching. Your voice is still valid. And that's, I think, the most important thing. But it's not as easy as it looks. And anybody who makes content knows that it's not easy to make videos. It's not easy to run a live show. Just like Brittany said, it's practice. Practice. It's like, okay, do this live show. Didn't go well. Put it behind me, on to the next. The last video wasn't great, whatever, move on to the next. You just, got to keep trucking along, and self-analysis is a big key to, being successful, but everyone has a different definition of what success is. So
absolutely. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here. What do you think?
I think so.
We're good. So thank you so much again for coming on the show and being a guest. And it was just awesome to have you, and it was a great conversation. All of Justin's links are down in the description in case you want to check them out. Yours and Wine and Witchcraft's.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all down there.
Yes, Wine and Witchcraft. We are our Halloween episode we're going to do our live on October 23rd, and a little tease is we are going to be dressing up as some people. So it's going to be very important for y'all to tune in, because I think y'all are going to get a kick out of it. So
check that out. Set your reminders for that too.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Alrighty, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you to everyone in the audience for coming over and hanging out. I really appreciate it. It's been fun.
Thank you for having me on. It was fun. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. It's been an honor. Alrighty. I don't have a guest for later, so I'll announce that later when time gets closer. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
And broadcast.